Alrighty, yo, what is going on, you guys? My name is Crazy Pie. In this video, we're going to be talking about how you can survive the late game within Apex Legends and secure the easy win and not choke and get second place. Alright, so as you guys can probably tell, my voice is still a little bit bad. I do feel better, but the actual throw is still the only bad part. I'm really sorry for not uploading yesterday. I really wish I could. I didn't really have the proper video though, and I couldn't really record a new one because I was stuck in bed. But hopefully we can get back on that grind and upload some more Apex Legends videos. If you guys have any video ideas that you guys would love to see, comment them down below because I would love to record videos that you guys would love to see. So please comment video ideas down below. But alright, here, so we're going to be talking about how to survive in the late game in Apex Legends. I got 4 tips for you guys that'll hopefully improve your game when you're playing in like the final 5 or 6 squads, so you can hopefully wipe them out, not stress, and get the easy victory. Because the late game is usually the hardest part in all of Apex. You know, this is the spot in the game where you have to have the most positioning, the best teamwork, and you just have to be able to not get third party. You know, in between the last 5 squads, this is where the most third partying is going to happen, alright? So trust me, you're going to want to try and stay safe out there, and hopefully this video will help you out. So the first tip that I have for you guys in surviving in the late game is going to be trying to playing with the high ground in every single storm. So what this means is, so basically if the storm is near Skulltown, or if it's near bridges, or if it's near bunker, you're gonna want to try to get on top of the highest surface that you possibly can. Now I don't mean, you know, try and stand there and show yourself to the open. You're gonna want to try and stand there, and I'm not necessarily saying to camp, but to try and pinch enemies through these points so that you can get an easy kill because you have the high ground. Now a couple examples of the high ground that you guys can get on top of here in gunfights is A, the massive skull right outside of Skulltown, B, the massive hill right beside Cascades, C, the big perch lookout tower right beside or over top of bridges that has a zip line leading up to it, and then basically just on top of any other building that you guys can see. And the best part about all of this is if you're using Octane as well as Pathfinder, you'll be able to do this extremely easily, as you have Pathfinder's grapple and zipline, and then you have Octane to use as launch pad as well. So if you use this properly, these 2 legends should hopefully be able to help you guys out and win more gunfights easier, because you'll just have that high ground advantage. And if you have the high ground advantage, you'll be able to have more cover than the enemy will, and you'll be able to shoot more of the enemy because they can't hide behind that much cover as you can. Alright, now the second tip I really want you guys to focus on here. This is something that I used to do a lot, but now I'm the one that usually uses this as bait, and I see so many people running into this trap and losing games because of this. And this is simply due to the fact because most teams will run into the care package trap. What the care package trap actually is say you're in the final couple of zones, maybe there's just 1 or 2 teams left, and you find a nice golden care package. What this basically means, if it's just been sitting in the map for a while, most of the time there's a reason someone hasn't looted it, and it's simply because they've been using it as bait. The care package in Apex Legends, usually in the first few zones, isn't really used as bait, but because like I said, when you're in the final few zones, everyone is trying to third party each other. This care package is basically just going to be used to try and find other enemies and to try and trap people, so that if someone sees you looting that care package, they're just going to be waiting for you, and they're going to be shooting directly at you when you're opening up the care package. Also, not to mention, the care package usually drops in a very open spot, and there's not going to be much cover for you to survive a grenade or even a shot, basically because all you have to do is just survive behind the care package, and even that won't really protect you from an arc star, frag grenade, or anything like that. So the care package, if you see an open care package in the final few zones, please don't go for it. I mean, the most ideal thing to do is to try and circle around it and see if people aren't there, then maybe you could go for it. But still, even if you open it, it makes a really loud noise, and I can highly guarantee there's going to be a couple teams going after you then as well. Now this also has to do with the dropship as well, because like I said, everyone is trying to third party each other as well in these final zones. If you for some ever reason need to respawn your teammate because you just don't feel like you need to, fine. I mean, go ahead, you can. Make sure you're defending it when you get there and watch for enemies. But if you're a decent player and your teammate isn't really as good as you are, or you don't feel like you need him, please don't revive him. I know it's kind of cancerous to say, but basically what happens if you respawn someone at the dropship in the late game, every single person in the lobby is going to hear that, and they can easily see which drop spot location he's being respawned at. Also, if they see that, they'll know there's an enemy there with no guns and no ammo, or no armor, sorry. So basically, you have a team that has a really weak link and is really easy to take down, and you already know where they are as well. So don't use the care package baits, and don't respawn people if you don't need to. Alright, now the third tip here, it has to do with dealing with lifelines. So I've seen this so many times by people playing, and I've already told people this so many times in my games not to do it, but it has to do with calling in Lifeline's care package in the final zones. Lifeline's care package and Lifeline's supply drop or whatever, don't call it in the final zones, because in the final few circles, you've already been playing in the match for at least 10 to 15 minutes. If you haven't killed enough teams or haven't looted enough bodies to, get at least a full squad of purple shields, a decent gun and stuff like that, you don't really need to call in Lifeline's care package, because if you've been running in those games and you haven't found all that stuff by now, it's either A, you've just gotten unlucky and haven't seen that many teams, or B, you haven't really been trying to find that many teams and haven't really been looting that many of the good loot. So basically, like I said with the care package, and it's basically the same thing as if you were to call in a teammate at the dropship location. What actually happens if you call in a Lifeline care package in the later game, because everyone's trying to find everyone else and they're trying to easily get the win, they're going to hear your Lifeline care package fall into the map, and they're going to see a massive trail of smoke above it, which will lead the enemies to your direction. And there's absolutely no reason to give your position away in these final few circles, because like I said, you should already have good enough gear. Even if you guys only have blue armor, there should be no reason to call in the Lifeline care package, because at the end of the day, the chances of you getting purple armor are still pretty low, and the chances of you getting 2 purple armor is pretty much 1%. So most of the time you'll only really get enough armor for one person there. So just for that reason alone, there's no reason to give away your position just so one of your teammates can get purple armor. So don't call in Lifeline care packages in the end of the game. It'll really just give away your position, and you don't really want to be third partied either. Alright, now the last tip here for you guys, it is very scummy, but it's the easiest tip in order to secure the win in Apex. So this tip is you're going to want to third party as hard as you possibly can in these last few zones. Alright, basically what this means is if you hear gunshots, obviously no one's just going to be shooting at the random air, right? If you hear someone shooting, it's obvious they're just going to be shooting at another enemy. If you hear these gunshots, rush them as much as you possibly can, alright? Gunshots basically mean someone's fighting someone else, and 99% of the time, if they're hitting their gunshots, they are going to be damaged. What this means is when you get there to third party, you'll easily be able to run in and run through these 2 squads. This is why the third party is so effective, because your team isn't even damaged at all, and you're running into a team that is already damaged. So what you can do is just, run in there, finish them all off, maybe even kill the knocked guys if they are knocked, get them while they're reviving, get them while they're healing. Basically, you just completely scum wave these teams and absolutely destroy them. It is very, very overpowered. It is very cheeky as well, and very cheesy, but it basically means that you win the game a lot easier. And why would you wait for them to heal anyways? It just makes the game go on for longer, and it means you're at a disadvantage as well. So third party as much as possible. If you hear gunshots, run towards them. And also, to make it easier on yourselves to third party, use the high ground as much as you possibly can. That's why the first tip is so crucial, because if you are trying to third party, you don't want to be on level ground with them. You want to try and stay on the high ground so you have a bird's eye view of the gunfight, and you can easily get kills a lot easier in this gunfight. But yeah, that's basically my video on how to survive the late game a lot easier in Apex Legends. I'm so sorry that my voice is still very messed up. I really wish it wasn't, because this week was supposed to be my week to record as much videos as I possibly could. But unfortunately, since I've been sick, I have forgotten most of my video ideas for some random reason, so I gotta try and write them all back down. So, comment down below what you guys would like to see me record. I don't know why my memory is just absolutely destroyed right now because I'm sick and my voice is destroyed. So hopefully over the next few days we can get that situated and better. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy, like I said, like, subscribe, everything down below. I'll see you guys later for another video. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys later. Peace out, boys.